Hello, my name is Liam Baldwin, and welcome back to my creative log. This one is a long time coming. I think I haven't done a creative log in about a month. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, and I definitely uploaded within the month. But yeah, I haven't done it in a while. When I got back to school from summer, I uploaded one, and then I filmed another. That other one though, I'm just gonna X out of it. Not gonna not gonna not gonna upload that one. This one is gonna encompass this past month. This is technically, I guess, creative log like 23 to 26, but I'm just gonna call it 23, and it's gonna encompass the whole month. And I think that's kind of like the new format I might be doing. Not whole months. I want to try and do weekly if I can, but if I can't do weekly, I don't want to stress about it. I want to just the one thing I want to be specific on is I want to keep making these as much as possible and try and get more into the groove. And if that's weekly, that would be the best. But if not, I'm okay with it. It's kind of bothering me that I don't have weekly anymore, but it's okay. It was not worth it trying to make 4 videos. Trying to remember what I did. That's not going to be helpful. But I've got notes for this one, so that'll be good. I tend to ramble, and I have a lot to talk about, so hopefully this will keep on track. But yeah, I'm mostly going to be talking about this week, but a little bit of the previous weeks, I guess. But what's new? I've been busy with school. I've been a little lazy within this, I guess, and a few other things trying to get better about. And then if you can, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but you probably can. I've been sick. I'm not bad now. I'm okay. But I was sick like this whole week, and it was horrible. It put me behind on stuff and made me feel super just unmotivated, which sucked. But I'm getting better, and we're back, and I'm ready to do this video. So yeah, so recently I've been doing some sets and projects and stuff. I'm a film major, so I tend to direct, but I haven't really directed anything this month. I've just been working on producing my friend's film, and he's doing 2 films, but this first film that we're doing is more of like an easier, fun producing job, and just kind of throwing together this movie. Just it's going to be a lot of like run and gun, and it's gonna be super fun. And yeah, so I did a little producing work. I did some AD work. It's a lot of paperwork, but been doing that. Having a lot of fun with that though. And I was also gonna be a scripty on my friend Matt's set, and it took place at the beach. We went to the beach that day, and it was like really windy because that hurricane, and I guess we're still getting that wind like in Chicago, but it was just this wind that was kicking up the sand at the beach, and we were like, we can't put this like expensive school equipment on this beach, so they canceled it. But we had all this equipment, and my friend Ethan was like, we should do something with this anyway. So we made a little like improv movie. It's very dumb, you know. It's like you can see the crew in like half the shots, but like we just did it for fun for ourselves. We actually ended up losing all of the footage, or not footage, sorry. We ended up losing all of the audio. And so with that, that absolutely sucks. I'm gonna make sure I'm still recording. But yeah, that absolutely sucks. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, this is just a dumb project no one really cares about. What if we just ADR it, and we could make that even like, we'd add more jokes, you know, and it could be more fun that way. And I don't know, I thought that was a cool idea. I thought that would, like, people are saying like, oh, it sucks, I'm so upset about it. I'm like, I don't know, it's opening a new opportunity that I'm very excited to try out. We're working on the second film though, which is a much bigger film. We're gonna need a budget, and we're gonna have to finance that and get financing from people. So, working on that. I'm one of many producers, but I'm like more of a creative producer, I guess. Like I'm not good with money, and I haven't really produced anything before, so I'm still learning. But I think, you know, a little pat on the back. I think I got us free tickets to one of my professors. She runs a podcast, and I believe it's called The Future of Art in America. And she was doing like a live like discussion for her podcast, and or to go alongside it. It wasn't recorded, but she was doing like a live discussion that kind of coincided with her podcast. And so I went there, and some of my friends were like filming it for her, and then one of my friends was moderating it, and then I just had other friends there, and so I brought Matthew there to meet my professor, and we got to like talk to other filmmakers and like entrepreneurs and creatives and stuff like that, and it was really cool to meet people, get some people's Instagrams, a little networking, so it was pretty fun. Really cool, and I really appreciated that time a lot. It was like a cool space to see like creatives, different ages and different backgrounds to just discuss things like artistic burnout and just a ton of different things. But artistic burnout was like the one that like really stuck with me. But yeah, it was really cool, and I appreciate that space, and I think they're gonna do that monthly, so I'm definitely gonna come back. That was really cool, but yeah, I got to bring my director there and talk to people with him, and kind of not a ton of like pushing for this movie, but we're just kind of like talking about it with people. So that was nice, a little nice like work up to when we actually have to like really talk to people and get money. But I don't know, I thought that was cool. It was like one of the first like real producing things that I did was like, bring my director somewhere and get him to talk to people that could possibly help, even if it's just advice, So that brings me to my next topic. What am I doing in school? So in school right now, I am taking, with my professor I was just talking about, we're taking rewriting the feature. So I took like a class where I came up with a feature, then I took a class where I wrote that feature, and then I actually I started writing a different feature instead, but now I'm rewriting that feature that I did, which was the one film I was going to try and do this summer, and I only did a little bit of it, and I wasn't happy with it, so I'm going to do it again, but I'm rewriting it first to be kind of like more, I don't know, I think it could be tighter, I think it could be stronger, a lot of things we worked on, I wrote that script in like 2 days, so I'm going to try and write this over like a month or two, and then see where that leads me. So yeah, that's really cool. Then I'm taking an independent study with my favorite professor here at DePaul, and it's an independent study with another one of my friends as well. And something that he taught in a previous class was he included a lot of film philosophy. It was about like film aesthetics and space, time, and memory, it was called. So one of the philosophers that I was really interested in wrote a book called Cinema One, Gilles Deleuze, I think. So I just got this book in the mail, actually, but we've been reading it for the past like 3 weeks, and we're on like chapter 7 now, or chapter 6, and so it was really fun to have that independent study, because it's two of us, so it's like we can really focus on like what we're not understanding of it, because I haven't really read philosophy books like really ever, and so this is like kind of hard to understand, but I feel like I am getting a lot out of it. So I read, I take notes, and we come to the independent study on Zoom, and we just talk about it, and I don't know, it was really cool. I get to learn a lot of stuff and learn to really like read harder text as well, and also we just kind of get to talk about film, which is really cool, because I think he's a really smart professor. So that's a lot of fun. Going back to my notes, what else do I have? I just turned in, so what my school has is like a LA quarter, because we're on a quarter system. So it's like a program where you go to LA and you get an internship and you take some classes, and it's for like 10 weeks. And so I'm trying to go January to March, and so I applied for that the other day, and I had to put like a letter of intent, and I had to get some like professors to back me, and then I had to send in like something like proof of work that I've done and stuff like that. So nothing I've done, if you've been watching these videos, nothing I've made, which I've made like a ton of films, nothing I've made is out yet, like is fully finished. So I decided to put a reel together, and I put it to my friend Alex's song, Flying Across the Sea, which is something we did like a very like chill music video to, which if I remember, I'll try and tag it in the comments or whatever, or the bio, because I really love that song like so much, and it's a little silly music video, but I put that together, and I really liked it, and I was really proud of it. And it's interesting because I got to see my work in like a new light with that music in it, and like cutting only like the really good parts and like what visually looks good into that reel. And I don't know, like I look at my art like most creatives do, I guess, and just be like, oh, I don't like this, oh, there's flaws here, oh, there's that. And like a lot of my movies, like, I mean, kind of like philosophy that I have, or like the view of my movies is like, I'm just cracking eggs and I'm learning every time I make something, and then hopefully I'll start making some bangers, you know, some really good movies. But right now, I'm proud of my work, I guess, but of course, as a creative, I'm looking at it and I just see mostly flaws, and that's all I can really focus on. So it's really cool to put that together and just be like really proud of it. I don't know if it's a good reel or not, but I hope it shows my work well enough, and I hope I get picked for that. I know a lot of people are trying to go and they only take so many, but being in LA, learning about the industry, having like an internship or two, that would be really, really cool, really great opportunity, and I would love that. So hopefully I'll get in. So that goes, that's kind of like all the updates and stuff like that, I guess, but kind of, I guess, talk about like a little bit of I guess, inspiration, or like things I've been consuming and this and that, just thoughts, like creative stuff on my mind. Talking about, here, I'll talk about Cody Clark. I just got this book in the mail as well, Kill the Line. He's like, it's a manifesto, which is like, ooh, I don't know what that's going to mean, but I'm excited to read it. But also a how-to guide for truly independent filmmaking revolution. That's pretty cool. So, I don't know, I just thought reading a book of like someone's perspective of being a filmmaker on like literally zero budget movies is really cool. And I really like Cody Clark's movies. And I've recently, I think he followed me on Instagram, so we talked a little bit, which is really cool. And I don't know, I think he's a really interesting filmmaker. Makes some stuff that's like really up my alley, and some things that are like really not up my alley, but I love watching everything he makes anyway, and talking to him was really nice. So I got the book, and I'm like, I'll read that, that'll be fun. So that was cool. Also, another creator that's like friends with Cody Clark is Dan Lotz. And he just released a movie today, and so I just watched it, and like a 40-minute feature, and really cool. I liked it a lot. He's releasing 5 movies this October, I think, or maybe not October, because technically it's the 30th, but maybe before the end of the year. I don't know. He, in a small amount of time, he's releasing like 5 movies, and I'm really excited about it. And I think he's really cool. And so, yeah, that's just another person I've been watching. So also, I've been watching Juzo Itami films, which I think I've probably talked about. I don't know. I really love his movies. He's a director from like the 80s and 90s. And so I watched this movie, Minbo, or The Gentle Art of Japanese Extortion. And so me and my friends, we've been doing this month movie nights. But like, it's specifically like, it's not just movie nights with friends, you know. We invite as many people as we possibly can get to come, and we do like a little weirder movies, and things that you wouldn't normally like see screening, or things that like, you know, it's like, I don't know, the audience that would want to come to a movie night for this, but like, let's do it anyway kind of stuff. And so we're calling it Cinema Unlit, which is like based on a whole other thing. But the first one we did was The House that Jack Built, which is like a really dark movie. So we had like a good turnout for that. And what we do is we do a presentation for each movie about whoever wants to show the movie. Whoever picked that like gets to do that presentation, and you can do it on whatever. You can just talk about the filmmaker, talk about the movie itself, talk about themes within the movie. So House of Jack Built was really cool, and like unethical cinema, we talked about that. And then we did Inland Empire, and that was just like an overall like idea of like who David Lynch is as a filmmaker, and kind of like the backstory of him, and backstory of the movie. And then I got to do my movie, which was Juzo Itami's Minbo. And so I got to do that, and I wasn't sure who'd show up, and it was one of those days where it's like, you have something that night, you know, it's that night, and you keep getting texts and just be like, I can't make it, and you're like, no one's gonna show up to this. But actually, the best turnout of the movie nights, it was 13 people in total, 12 people, and then me. And so I got to give my presentation, which was like 15 slides, and the movie's just awesome. And I did it about comfort in cinema and how Juzo Utami creates that comfort for the audience, talking about just things in Japanese society that he thought was, too conventional or something he wanted to break out of, or just talk about like wrongdoing, like corruption and stuff. And so he creates comfort in his audience by pointing out things and like how to fight against something, or how something just silly, people like just so people like aren't alone in thinking things. And so this movie is about the Yakuza, and he directly attacks the Yakuza and is like, Yakuza are not like the cool guys you see in like Japanese like mobster movies, right? They're not those guys. They are cowards. They're horrible, stupid losers that just mistreat people, and we can't let that happen. So let's fight against it. And the movie basically just tells you exactly how to take care of Yakuza and just like stand up to them, which is so awesome. So I did a ton of research, because obviously it's like that's not something that like we have here, and it's also like a dated movie. So I did a ton of research and did this whole presentation on how like the theory, but widely thought theory, like it's valid, like it definitely happened, but on how the Yakuza staged Juzo Utami's suicide and how they actually killed him. And so there's a ton of evidence if you go out there and you look for it. And it's crazy how like he was killed 5 years after this movie came out. And so it's crazy how the events of this movie can be kind of linked to also like, oh, this happens in this movie, well, that kind of happened around his death. And then, oh, this happened, that also kind of happened around his death. Oh, there's a scene where like someone threatens to push someone off the building and like make it look like suicide, and it's like that's how he died. And there's a bunch of other things that just links. It's really cool. So and of course it is a theory, so it's not like he technically like not technically, it is official in his like obituary and stuff like that, like he died of suicide, so I can't like fully say that, but who knows. But it's really cool that like theories and stuff like that, Also, just other things I've been consuming. I finished JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen. I was behind. I was not caught up on the manga at all. And I read like 60, 70 chapters in like 2 nights. Or I stayed up really late, and then I woke up and I finished it. And that was like right before the newest chapter released. And so I finished the newest chapter, which was the last chapter. And yes, it's not the greatest ending, and it's a little disappointing, and there's some stuff that at the end where it's just like, you didn't need to do that. But overall, I think it was awesome, so it was really cool. Had a lot of fun with that. I think it's getting a little too much hate at the end, but really cool. I love it. It's so cool. And then also, I just watched, like today, Ann Modern's videos. I've talked at length about Ann Modern before. I don't want to like keep harping on it, but Ann Modern makes really cool videos, and so I think her name's Arya, and Arya and I think they're friends, Max Mohat. Shout out to both of you. You said you watched my video in my previous creative vlog, and you said you liked it. I don't know, and you reached out, and that was really nice, and also kind of the reason why I'm making this video, because I was going to do it this week, but I was getting lazy. I was like, I might not do it today. And then Max was like, where is it? And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So really cool. You guys follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much. Hope to talk to you guys soon. You seem really cool. That made my day. And so yeah, I'm just kind of ending this video like quickly. I know it's like it's 20 minutes long. But things I'm looking forward to, kind of rapid fire, okay? Reading more the Deleuze book, it's fire. I'm writing a new feature. I'm writing a movie, which is really cool, and it's goofy, it's weird, but I'm having fun. It's gonna be like really low budget, easy, quick thing to make, and I think it's cool. Hopefully get that done this fall. It's gonna be like a Halloween movie. Jim Jarmusch, one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. He's the GOAT. He's coming to DePaul on the 4th, this is the 30th, so 4 days basically. And he's going to be doing like a screening of Only Lovers Left Alive, and do like a little Q&A, and there's an opportunity. You got to like write a small essay contest thing, and like 30 people get picked, and you have like a smaller discussion with him, like before or after that, I don't know. And then that would be really cool, and I hope I get to do that. But I hope I get picked for that, but I'm going to get there really early and try and get to that screening and stuff like that, which would be so cool because he's the GOAT. And so I have set this weekend my friend Ethan's film. It's gonna be really cool. It's about like a witch, and it's like very fall vibes. I need to read the script still, but I'm just gripping on it for my friend Charlie, who's a gaffer. But that'll be super fun. Very excited for that. Tonight I'm watching Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola. Like months ago, if you asked me, I was like, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. I don't care anymore. I really am not excited for this movie, but my friends really want to see it. And so I'm gonna try and go in with an open mind. I know like so many people are saying it's horrible, so many people are saying it's mid, so many people are saying it's the best thing ever. My friend Taylor is like, it's one of the best movies, it's the best movie of this year and one of the best movies like contemporary cinema. And I'm like, that's cool. I don't know if I'll feel the same, but I hope I have a good time, as I always hope for all movies. And then my GOAT, my real GOAT, my true GOAT, the GOAT of all time, Joel Haver. He dropped his 6th movie of this year out of 12. I am so excited to watch it. It came out 2 days ago, and I feel horrible because I haven't seen it yet. Usually I drop everything and I just watch it day of when he drops his movies. But it came unexpectedly, and I wasn't ready. I've been really busy this past 2 days, so I couldn't really fit it in. I might be able to fit it in. Probably not before Megalopolis, but maybe after Megalopolis if I'm feeling up for another movie, although Megalopolis is super long. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I could probably watch it. I don't know. I'm going to make time because I'm so excited for it. I love it. And people are comparing it to Annie Hall, which is crazy. But Annie Hall's a great movie, so... yeah, that's it. This is 22 minutes long. I'm so sorry. If you watched this, you're cool. I appreciate that, but you don't. I hope you didn't. Bye.